But I think the manner is more important for us here at Bajaj Auto, and I think for our consumers.
It would be an exaggeration to say that Chetak is a brand which kind of democratized personal mobility in India. And it's had a journey which very few brands, let alone whether from the automobile industry, have enjoyed across in the country. 3 decades of leadership, 70s, 80s, the 90s. In a way, the foundation of today's two-wheeler industry is what was set by Chetak. Starting from being launched in 1972 over here, moving on to becoming the most loved brand of two-wheelers in the country, becoming a global force in the 80s as it was available across several more countries outside of India, hitting a huge milestone of 1 crore Chetaks on road in the mid-90s. Took a pause in 2009, but it lived on in the hearts of millions of people.
And as you saw in the film earlier, in 2019, there began a new era for the Chetak, an era which was defined by electric, and Sumit, yeah, in 2019, and we reintroduced the Chetak in October 2019 in Delhi, and immediately from that introduction, we launched a Chetak Yatra well before we had opened bookings, well before we had actually launched and opened a single showroom. We drove more than 20 Chetaks for more than 30 days, over 70,000 kilometers cumulatively, to visiting on a route from Delhi back here to Pune, more than 17 cities with 0 breakdowns. In a sense, it was a very public trial of what everything Chetak stood for in the past, and now again in its new avatar. And our journey since then has been a progressive journey. We started in 2020 when we started selling the product. We opened bookings, as some of you may recollect, on the 14th of January 2020. We delivered our first products at the end of February 2020 out of Pune, our first experience center, and out of the city of Bangalore. And we have grown thereafter to more than 200 exclusive Chetak experience centers in 2023. The growth continues in an even more assertive manner this year in 2024, and you'll see those numbers shortly. And in 2024, you saw in the video, we have sold more than 3 lakh Chetaks, which are today plying on the road. So it's been a journey for us. And Sumit, it's been an interesting journey, hasn't it?
Absolutely. And I think what makes this so powerful is that the Chetak, as a brand or as a product, has been developed very different from anything else in the market. Build a product that is suited for the Indian riding requirements and our customers' aspirations. And that brand got complemented by a product which, in a world of plastic, is the only electric scooter that stands apart with a solid metal body. In its timeless neoclassical design, with a very premium finish, a lot of attention to detail.
Waterproof, dustproof, noise-proof, note-proof, dustproof, flashproof, loss-proof, tension-proof, board-proof. The electric Chetak, fully life-proof.
And it's not just network has gone to 4,000 plus sales points across the country, and we have, of course, kept growing our position in the market. And what is most important for all of us in Team Chetak here at Bajaj Auto is the fact that we have done this systematically in a measured manner. So if you look at this graph, and I just take a moment on it, we have moved to, in April 2023, we had around a 6.1% market share, but that was with a single product in the market. We have moved in April 2024 to a 12% market share, that was with 2 products. And after April 2024, we had 3 products in the market. And with that, we have moved to a market share of close to 26%, a little more than 26%. So it has been a steady growth. It has been a steady inflow of products into the market. It has been a very, very measured campaign to get the Chetak where it is today. Whilst doing so, we put great focus on the fact that a new technology in our environment requires us to think what we call dealership service engineers. Yeah, they're experts in the repair of electric vehicles. We invested right at the beginning in a Chetak Learning Center here on our Kudi campus. So our one Chetak got sold every 2 minutes on the Amazon platform. So our endeavor was to have a Chetak for everyone. We started with the product on your right, which is the Chetak 3201. This is a product that aspires to be the product for a customer who likes a car-like experience on 2 wheels. So that was the Chetak 3201. The Chetak 3202 is the Chetak which is for a customer who's looking for a scooter which is better than any other electric two-wheeler in the Indian market in terms of specification, features, and overall effectiveness as a scooter. And the Chetak 2903 is the Chetak that today caters to every customer out there who wants electric mobility with the attributes of a Chetak in terms of quality and in terms of reliability, delivery, service assurance, and backup. So this is the portfolio we have today as we enter this launch.
So that's quite an amazing journey, Eric. I mean, I wonder what could be next, because a Chetak, by its DNA, never stops. And I think just when you felt all the graphs are moving up, it's time to rev up even further. So, very happy to present to you and introduce the best Chetak yet. Can we take a look at the product film, please?
Wow.
Well, I think that's an amazing package.
Absolutely, Sumit. But
And-
aren't the products supposed to be coming in now?
Yes, of course, and they are waiting for your call
I'll
at the
call it?
R&D. And
Okay.
yeah, if you can just call up.
Okay, so it is Rohit, isn't it?
Yes, that's right, and you can see Rohit's Chetak screen right here being mirrored.
Okay, let me call him. Rohit, please bring the Chetaks.
I'll be right there.
How should I get this call?
Yeah.
I request Mr. Eric Vaz, Mr. Abraham Joseph, and Mr. Rishabh Bajaj to please take the stage.
Joe? Yeah. No.
Requesting the media to please take their seats.
You should be near one bike so they'll get the photograph. Okay.
I request Mr. Abraham Joseph, Managing Director, Bajaj Auto Technology Limited, to stay back on the stage and walk us through the thought behind creating the Chetak 3.5 series. Requesting media to please take their seats.
Good morning. Just about afternoon. So good morning, good afternoon, as it would be, to all the guests who've come over here, all the media people, esteemed media people, and the influencers, and the top management of Bajaj Auto, and the teams who've worked so hard on creating the Chetaks. It's a proud moment for us. It's also an extremely proud moment for us that I have got Rishabh over here with us for the launch. He has been for the last 3 years working hard within the various teams within Bajaj Auto, especially in the case of Chetak, which has been his area of focus. He has been the kind of a bridge between the front end, which we call the marketing and the sales side, and the back end, which is the engineering, the R&D, and stuff like that. So all of these put together, he's been really involved in all the programs. So it's really been a proud moment for us to have Rishabh here. MD is not here, but Rishabh's over here. So great. So I would just take you through a short presentation that tells you the comprehensive changes that have really happened to the Chetak. It might look very similar to what was there in the past, but that's very deceiving. Actually, it's undergone a massive change. So Chetak has, as you've seen it before, is iconic. It's historic. It's got a heritage to it. And it has to be that the EV Chetak, the electric Chetak, had to live up to its expectations, to its heritage. And that's really what we've been working on, constantly trying to improve it, to make it better. Listening to the customers, their feedback, what is it that they want more, and we try to ensure that we're trying to give all those kind of things back to the customers. And we believe that, as has been said over here, it's the best Chetak yet. Yet is important because it's a moving time. It's a moving phase. And we believe, for the moment, this is the best Chetak. It doesn't mean that there will not be more. There for sure is going to be more. But this is just the start point of it for that. In terms of Chetak, there are 3 core values I would like to draw attention to. It's the thing about being timeless, which is in the terms of the way the form is, the beautiful shape, the smooth shape, like a waspish look, which is there to the vehicle, which has been the genetic heritage of the Chetak. The visual hygiene, if you just look at Chetak, unlike most of the vehicles in the market, it's more like a car. You would not see on it ungainly screws, ungainly fitment points and stuff like that. Everything is very sleek, very smooth, very clean. And the iconic look. In terms of the horseshoe shape that we've tried to make it as a signature for the Chetak, it's again something that's really the one that sets the tone about what's iconic. You can see it in the rear view of your car and you know it's the Chetak in the back just by the shape of the horseshoe. You'll never miss it. It's a pure signature which is out there. But behind all of this comes the solid steel body and the way in which it's crafted. It's like a beautiful shell of a monocoque of a car. It's like a Porsche's bodywork. Metal stretched to elastic level, then plastic state, and beautifully having the tension in the surfaces. And that's really what gives it the beauty. This is the kind of a beauty you cannot get with plastic panels. They would always look extremely, functional, or you could say very short-term. This was to be something that would really go over years, something that looks lovely, just like a nice car with a lovely exteriors on it, where the light plays on it, and you can see the smooth curves on it. Whereas at the inside, you have a very solid, tough system. You've got a massively strong steel frame, which protects all its interiors and ensures that the longevity of the product to withstand all the tough conditions that it's going to encounter are really taken care of. Just to show, this is the current Chetak and what really has happened, what's really morphed or changed. You would see it over here. So we had a battery below the helmet box before. We had some of the controllers in the floor pan area. And now what happens? We move the wheel back a little bit, make more space. Then we get a new battery, which comes in the floorboard. The space that the battery was occupying, we provided to the helmet box. We create a new control system on the back, a motor controller on the back, on the sides, and that's a new package which is there. It's completely new, a new frame, completely new electronic components, completely new powertrain components, completely new vehicle package, and it's slightly stretched as compared to before, and that's the kind of a look that you have now. We still keep the heritage, the look, while the insides are completely changed. We have lovely seats with a beautiful texture on it, the quilted seats, smooth clean lines that always were the Chetak. Some of the details which are there starts with a bonded glass TFT, a touch TFT. And that enables you to have navigation, which is with a proper map, which is being shown on the screen. So rather than a TBT, which was there in the previous generation, this one gets a proper map, which can be used to navigate wherever you would like to go. It gets touch sensitivity, so which is again first in the market, where you can actually have a normal touch, or you could have something for rain, or you could have something for gloves. So whatever be the conditions out there, you can find the best way to interact with your Chetak. You have the ability to have documents on it, of course. You can show without having to take out your actual documents. You have the ability to show the documents stored on it to a traffic policeman or whoever. So that's there on board. You have the ability to have music streamed to it. You can control it. You can control the tracks. You can go through your playlist, which could be out of a Spotify or an Apple Music or whatever. And you can choose your songs, and you can play them onto your headphones or whatever you're wearing when you're driving. You can have call, accept, reject. You can send out messages to say that you're driving, for example, and it will just directly do it. Just want to give the signal for it, and it does it. There are many other features which are there. There are things like remote immobilization, which is basically to say that if the vehicle was somewhere and you wanted to stop it from being used by anybody, you could remote immobilize it. You could have a geofence, and you could have a situation where a vehicle breaching a geofence, you would get an alert on your app, or you could actually using your app ensure that the vehicle cannot go out of the geofence. If it goes out, it would stop running after that. You could have a situation where you can have an e-call. If you have a vehicle which falls down, you can have a call to your emergency number, and they could be informed about the problem of a vehicle that's there. You can have theft protection in this one. If someone tries to move the vehicle, you will get an alarm on it, and you can also deactivate the vehicle completely. So many new features on it, including things like ability to control your guide me home lights in terms of its duration of time. So it's fully active. So the mobile app actually interacts with the vehicle, not only to show you what the status of the vehicle is, but also to be actually able to control it. If you, for example, want to give your vehicle to your daughter, and she was going to be riding it, and you're afraid that the vehicle is too powerful for her, you have the ability to be able to change the speed of the vehicle from your application. You can just say that limited to 45 km per hour, and then that's it. So she can't go beyond that. Or if you have not done that, but you have set a limit to say, if you cross 50 km per hour, give me an alert, then the app would show an alert the moment that will happen. So extremely intuitive, very, very interactive, and an ability to control the hardware seamlessly. The seat length, as you saw over here, I would just play it back again. So from the past, the seat's been made longer by 80 millimeters. So you can see the form of the seat, how it changes. It comes forward a little bit, goes back a little bit, especially because I've got more space in the floorboard area now, and that ensures that you've got more seat room over here, 80 millimeters longer, 725 millimeters, one of the longest seats in the market. Comfortable for 2 people with a luggage in the middle, if needed. And under the seat comes a real cavernous 35 liters of space. So you can now have 2 helmets inside there, or you can have all kind of odds and ends, shopping bags, your haversacks, whatever you like. And we have a new 950 watts onboard charger on the vehicle, which is one of the fastest charging that's out there. It ensures that you can plug in a vehicle and leave it for charging without having to worry about something lying around on the floor. The onboard charger, Chetak is the only vehicle that offers this opportunity for an onboard charger, which is keeping it very light, very clean. It has the ability to allow you to go anywhere you want just with a cable with you. So your helmet box remains completely free. The glove box holds the cable for it, and you can go and plug it to any 5 ampere point out there, and you can charge your Chetak. And it'll do it very fast now, 0 to 80% charge in about 3 hours time. It's very quick. We have a new 3.5 kilowatt hour battery. As you can see, robust, fully aluminum enclosed, strong, and protected. We have this very strong chassis that's all around it. It's like a protective cage. Whatever happens, you make it fall over, you kick it around, do whatever, it's tough. And there's this metal shield that's underneath that, a steel metal shield underneath that, which ensures that even if you would bang it, nothing would get transferred to the battery. The battery is fully protected. And it's a 3.5 kilowatt hour battery, which means that it gets you a fantastic range. This vehicle has got 150 kilometers plus of range. And in genuine running conditions, around 125 kilometers of range is available to you. So it's a very, very good bioavailable therefore. At the same time, we work on the streamlining of the airflow through the system that ensures that it cools the battery down. As you see on the left image, you can see the air that's flowing in. There are lures through which the air gets channeled around the battery and ensures the temperature of the battery is very well cooled. At the same time, on the other side, you can see as the air comes through, it's getting directed up also to cool the motor controller. So there's an opening out there in the side which cools the motor, it cools the motor controller. Rigorous testing to be sure that nothing happens to your vehicle, even if you go over bumps which are big, 130 millimeters or bump, not a problem. That's 130 millimeters bump. You can see with double seat, going over it, no issues. A ditch, to go through the ditch, not a problem. Go through this kind of a slushy road with muck, mud, water, India, not a problem. And the water weight, where this vehicle, what you saw in the video a little earlier, the AV a little earlier, it's the reality. That's what this vehicle can do. It's actually tested this way, and it's able to do what no IC engine can do. This vehicle goes through the water as though it doesn't matter at all. And we've created more space for the floor. So the 25 millimeters of increase in the wheelbase has all been given to the floorboard area. It provides more space for a bigger battery, as well as for the feet and the knee. So more space for the knee and the feet. So a very nice ergonomy, not like some of the competing models out there where the floor is so poor in terms of the shape that your leg doesn't sit properly. It's very ergonomic. At the same time, what you see over here, every one of the powertrain components and every one of the electronic components have been improved, done new. So for example, we have a new generation motor, which is with a new technology of winding, which is very efficient and also reduces cost. Just to tell you, over the last 1 year to now, the cost of the vehicle has been reduced by 45%. That's the kind of an engineering work that the teams have been really working on. 45%, it's not a joke. We have got a new generation motor in there with a very different winding technology, which is super good. We've got a new motor controller, which is also combined with a DC-DC converter so that it is more efficient, reduces the number of controllers on the vehicle. We have a new telematics unit, which is capable of all of this stuff, a lot of new features, which the customer can enjoy by controlling the vehicle and doing it in terms of whatever he wants to. Like I talked about, whether it is to search a vehicle out, to have a look at control the speed of a vehicle, or whatever you like. All of that live through the app. A new vehicle control module, which is also combined with the body control module, because this vehicle doesn't have mechanical switches. It's got electronic tact switches. So effectively what happens is there's soft touch switches, and every one of the functions is actually done through electronics, not through clunky mechanical switches. And therefore there should be a body control module, which is a separate unit. Now that's been integrated along with the VCU as one unit, therefore again reducing the number of controllers on board, reducing the cost. And that ensures that the vehicle's sequential blinker, or whatever be the functionalities, everything is met together in a very nice manner. I forgot to mention actually a little earlier, there is a special concept in this vehicle called the iFuse. It's a new safety feature that we've incorporated. It's a new device which is intelligent. Its entire purpose is to monitor the vehicle's current consumption through various loads other than for driving, for things like lamps, things like solenoids, the various actuating mechanisms for seat or for the glove box. It monitors it 24/7. And it ensures that if there's any time, any reason, because it's India, there could be people opening things up, people doing things in a certain way. It's possible there could be an error in service, whatever. Due to which, or you could have had a situation like a blinker got broken, and then the water is able to enter inside and contact the PCB within it, and you could create a kind of a short, which could lead to a situation where the sustained overheat that happens, and it could lead to a problem. So we've ensured that this fuse, has an internal switch which is controlled by a brain, and that will ensure that if the moment the currents are exceeding a particular value, you would cut it off, and therefore you would protect the vehicle from any harm. So that's a new feature that comes on the new Chetak to make it even more life-proof into the future. So that's already there in this vehicle. And here is the lovely 3501. That's a 3.5 kilowatt battery pack, as I said, with the top-end feature. The 3502 has the previous generation of the TFT screen, which is a non-touch, and it has got off-board charger on it, and that's the second variant, which is there. And then we would have a third variant, which is a 3503, which would have an integrated motor controller with the motor, further to optimize the cost. It will have no disc brakes in it. It will have a drum brake, and that will be a third offering on the series. So this 35 series, we believe, is going to really change the way in which Chetak is perceived, or the Chetak is further enhanced, and we believe that it's going to be a very, very emphatic and a strong position in the market that can further continue to give. Thank you so much. New colors.
I would now request Mr. Eric Vaz, President, Urbanite Business, to please come on stage for the price reveal.
Thank you, Joe. What a smashing set of features on this product. Path braking in terms of safety through the iFuse and other technologies, which unfortunately you can't dwell on every aspect of technology, but we have relooked at everything from the idea of practicality, our learning experience, what's happening in the wider environment around us, and we've put all that learning into the new platform through various technological innovations which are going to bring this to a completely new standard. We believe we'll set the standard in the electric two-wheeler space going forward as a company. And now, of course, the biggest thing is, yes, all this is great. How much is it going to cost the consumer? So with that, may I request, can we please have the price? In fact, a secret from me, my colleagues have fed in the number. Both these prices are ex-showroom Bangalore. The prices will vary a little bit across the country. We will shortly go live on our website. We should be going live probably in another 15 minutes on the website, or we may have already gone. You can get the prices directly from the website at any location in the country. At all our 500 cities, prices will be live, are already live, or will be live in the next 5 minutes. So with that, thank you so much again. And for the question and answer session, may I please request Mr. Rakesh Sharma, Executive Director, they will move this, Executive Director, Bajaj Auto, and Mr. Joseph Abraham, Managing Director of Bajaj Auto Technology Limited, to come and take questions from the members of the press and media we have with us here today.